Hello everyone. Today let us discuss about mathematical and trigonometric functions in Excel. Let us discuss only important and commonly used functions under this category. To insert function, there are several ways. If you know name of the function, then we can directly, first we have to type equal to sign, then type name of the function, then Excel will guide you about writing the arguments one by one. This is one method. Another way is go to function library, select the category you want, then click the function which you want to insert, then function arguments dialog box appears, type the argument, then click on OK. This is another way. One more way is click on insert function button, then select the category, then click the function which you want to insert, then click OK button, then type the arguments, then OK. In all examples, I will directly enter the functions since I know name of the functions. First one is sum function. This function is used to add all numeric arguments. For that, first type equal to sign, then sum. Next number 1, first number 10. All arguments should be separated by comma. Next number 2, you can see automatically number 2 gets highlighted. This one is, or number 1 onwards, the arguments are written inside square brackets. It means all these arguments are optional. 5, 6. Then I will close the bracket because I want to add only 3 numbers. You can add up to 255 numbers using sum function, then press enter key. Now you can see the sum. Then to subtract the numbers, Excel has no separate function. For that, you have to change the sign of the number which you want to subtract to minus. For example, I want to subtract 30 and 20 from 100. Then I can write the sum function as minus 20, minus 30. You can write arguments in any order. Here you can see the result is 50. See. Next one is product. This function is used to multiply the numeric arguments. Here you can see the purpose multiplies all the numbers given as argument. Here arguments are same as sum function. First number, it is compulsory argument. It means you have to write at least one argument. Remaining arguments are optional. You can also include or write fractional numbers, negative numbers, etc. Now press enter key. It shows the product of 5, 2 and 2.5. Next one is quotient. This function returns integer part of the division. Quotient, you can see the purpose, returns the integer portion of a division. Here it takes 2 arguments, numerator and denominator. They are not enclosed or written inside square bracket. It means you have to write both the arguments. Numerator is nothing but dividend. Denominator is the divisor. 10, 3. When you divide 10 by 3, answer is 3.333. Here it will return only the integer part. So the answer is 3. Next one is mod function. This function returns the remainder after a number is divided by a divisor. Quotient function returns quotient, whereas mod function returns the remainder. Here we know when you divide 25 by 7, the quotient is 7 3s are 21. So quotient is 3 and the remainder is 4. So the result is 4. The sign of the result is same as the second argument, that is divisor. Next one, power function. This function is used to raise a number to power. We know to calculate x raised to y, we need two values. First one is base, another one is exponent. To raise 2 to the power 5, first argument is 2, that is base. Then second argument, that is exponent, is 5. And the answer is 32. You can also perform this using caret operator or exponentiation operator. For that, 2, then caret symbol, then 5. The result is same. Next one, int function. This function is used to round down a number to the nearest integer. Usually we round down fractional values. Round down means it will return a number which is less than or equal to the argument. For example, if the number is 678, it returns an integer which is less than or equal to 12.678. So the answer is 12. If you write negative numbers, for example, equal to int of 45 minus 45.678. In this case, the nearest integer which is less than or equal to minus 45.678 is minus 46, not minus 45. So the answer is minus 46. Next function, round. This function is used to round a number to specified number of digits. First argument is the number which you want to round. I will round this number to 2 digits. You know how to round a number. While rounding, I want to round this number to 2 digits. Therefore, the third digit is checked after decimal point. If it is greater than or equal to 5, then 1 is added to the second digit. So the answer is 345.68. Let us see one more example. Equal to round 45.8961, and I will round this number to 3 digits. So the fourth digit is checked after decimal point. It is 1, which is less than 5. Therefore, the third digit is kept as it is. So the answer is 45.896. Next function is abs. This function returns absolute value of a number. Absolute value means a number without sign. 12 has no sign, means it's a positive number. The answer is 12. If the argument is negative, then it will return positive number. Now argument is negative, the result is 34.56. Next one, fact. This function is used to find factorial of a number. Factorial means factorial of a number is 1 into 2 into 3 up to the number. For example, factorial of 4 is 1 into 2 into 3 into 4. The answer is 24. While calculating factorial, you should not write negative numbers because factorial of negative numbers are not defined. Therefore, it will generate error. Let us discuss about these error or error codes in our upcoming videos. Next one, square root. This function returns positive square root of a number. You know, positive, there are two square roots. One is positive, another negative. It returns the positive square root. We know the square root of 16 is minus 4 and plus 4. It returns square root as 4. Next sign, this function returns three values. You can see here, returns sign of a number. It returns 1 if the number is positive, returns 0 if the number is 0, and returns -1 if the number is negative. Let us see the examples. Here the number is negative, so the answer is -1. If the number is positive, any positive number, then the answer is 1. If the number is 0, then the answer is 0. Next one, GCD. Let us discuss about Sumif function last. GCD, you know what is GCD? Greatest common divisor. GCD returns GCD of arguments. For example, say 5, 15, 30. First it will find divisor, common divisor for all three numbers. Common divisor is 5, only 1 and 5, and greatest among 1 and 5 is 5. So the answer is 5. Next one, LCM. This function is used to calculate least common multiple. I think all of you know what is least common multiple. For example, 2, 5, 7. The number least common multiple is 70. Let us see one more example for this. I will calculate LCM of 2, 3 and 4. To calculate LCM, here I am calculating LCM of 2, 3, 4. You know the multiples of 2 are 2, 4, 6. That is multiplication table of 2. Then multiples of 3. Then multiples of 4. Here common multiples are, common means the multiple which is common in all three columns. That is multiples of 2, 12 is common. You can see here. So common multiples are 12. Then 24 is also common. You can see here. And among common multiple, least common multiple is the result of LCM. The name itself indicates least common multiple. So the result here is 12. Next, here all these functions are trigonometric functions. These functions are commonly used in trigonometry. I think you might have studied trigonometry in 10th class. Pi, this function returns the value of pi, and this function takes no argument. We know pi is 22 by 7, that is 3.1415 something. Next we have two functions, degrees and radians. There are two units for measuring angle. Common unit is degree, another unit is radians. To convert units from one to other, for example, to convert radians to degrees, we use degrees function. You can see here, converts radians to degrees. So here argument is angle in terms of radians. We know that pi radians is 180 degree. We know the value of pi is 3.1459. Now press enter. It is 180 degree. Radians, this function converts the angle in degrees to radians, equal to radians. We know 180 degrees pi radian, that is 3.142. I will enter angle as 180 degree. It is approximately 1.342. Next, sine, cos, tan. These are basic trigonometric ratios. Sine function returns the sine of an angle. Again, angle should be in radians. We know sine 0 is 0. So the answer is 0. Again, cos function, it returns cosine of an angle. Cos 0 is 1. There is 0. Sorry. You have to put equal to sign. Next, tan, it is used to return tangent of an angle. We know tan 0 is 0. If you know trigonometric ratios, then you can easily understand this function. Last one, that is Sumif function. You know, we know sum function, it is used to add all its numeric arguments. Sumif, it is used to add the arguments, but before adding, it will check a condition. And it will add only those values which match the given condition. The syntax of sum is, here I will write sum if function, sum if range, criteria and then sum range. Two arguments, that is range and criteria, are compulsory, whereas sum range is optional. Let us see this function with some example. Here range is the range of cells to be evaluated by criteria. Then second argument, that is criteria, it is the condition in the form of a number, expression or text that defines which cells will be added. The third argument is sum range, it is optional. Sum range are the actual cells to add if their corresponding cells in the range match criteria. If sum range is omitted, the cells in the range are both evaluated by criteria and added if they match criteria. Now let us see this function with some examples. Here I have data regarding vaccination details in June 1st to June 14th. To find total covaxin doses, I can write sum if function like this, sum if. Here range is the range to be evaluated by the criteria. Here our criteria is vaccine should be equal to vaccine column, or this range should be equal to covaxin. So the range to be evaluated by the criteria is this range, B4 to B17, comma. Now second argument, that is criteria. I want to find total covaxin doses. Here my condition is equal to covaxin the condition should be written inside double quotes. Next third argument, therefore comma, then sum range. If the vaccine type of vaccine is covaxin, then we have to add doses. Therefore sum range is the range containing doses. Now press enter key. This is how to find total covaxin doses. In the same way we can find total Covishield doses. For that, again range is the range to be evaluated by criteria. We are checking condition on this column, therefore range is this column. Here criteria is within double quotes Covishield. Then sum range, this is the sum range. So in this case the condition is checked in this column, that is second column, vaccine column. If the type of vaccine is Covishield, then corresponding values in dose column, here and here are added and the sum is returned as result. In the same way you can calculate total Sputnik doses. Now total doses other than Sputnik. Here the condition is, again range is this range only because we are checking condition on this column. Here criteria is vaccine is not equal to Sputnik. Not equal to operator is less than and then greater than symbol. Then sum range you have to include one more column, that is sum range. Press enter key, that is 5976, which is nothing but sum of covaxin and Covishield doses. You can see here I will use auto sum function, which is 5976. Now let us find total doses over 700. For that, Sumif function is, here range is the range to be evaluated by criteria. Our criteria is doses should be greater than 700. So the criteria range is this range, that is doses column. Next, the condition, whatever may be the condition, either if the condition includes text or numerical value, the condition should be always written inside double quotes 700. Here you need not include sum range because total doses over 700. It means we are going to add doses column only. In previous cases, that is in total covaxin and Covishield doses, we were checking condition against vaccine column and we were adding doses column. But here the condition is checked against doses column and this column itself is added if the condition or the criteria matches. Therefore, no need to include third argument in this case. So the answer is total doses over 700 are 2560.